Good morning, everyone, and thanks for tuning in for another episode of SmartFoxTV. Remember, if you do like our videos, please subscribe.
This is a recent ad with Phoebe Denevor, her Instagram promoting skincare powered by science with Sunday Riley. She's a megastar in Bridgerton, a television series on Netflix, and happens to have its newest season starting this week. She's also a representative for a Charlotte Tilbury Foundation, the type of organizations or structures in which celebrities, characters, influencers, or a community of everyday people build a brand or product are ultimately responsible for their performance. In medieval England, the blacksmith who forged swords for the king and his court were able to charge more with his weapons because everybody wanted to have the same steel as the king. If the richest and most powerful man in the country bought from that blacksmith, he must be good. Josiah Wedgwood, a British potter whose cream-colored artwork got the approval of Queen Charlotte in 1765, earned the official title of Her Majesty's Potter. He leveraged his new status and promoted his pottery as Queensware, the first luxury brand. Before there were influencers, there were brand ambassadors during the classic era of the 1800s, such as Coca-Cola. In the 20th century, in the rise of an assembly line during the First World War, you would see famous Lord Kitchener Wants You advertisements. The British Secretary of State for War to call for soldiers. It was then later portrayed in U.S. Army as Uncle Sam. This was the beginning of fictional characters, now a brand ambassador. In the 1950s, we saw more and more brand ambassadors. Milk Bar Kid in 1961 and Procter & Gamble experienced Real Housewives promote their products. The most famous example is Coca-Cola's popularization of Santa Claus. Coca-Cola used the jolly image of Santa Claus to convey cheer during a miserable time of the Great Depression. In the 1970s, a brand fictitious character with Quaker Oats, Little Mikey, in order to sway consumers' decisions, saying Mikey likes it for a hard-to-please boy, that any fussy boy will like it. In the 1960s, characters came like Maytag, the Repairman, Pillsbury, Doughboy, Ronald McDonald, Charlie the Tuna. By the year 1967, 84% of large consumer packaged goods manufacturers had brand managers. Then came celebrity endorsements. During the 70s, the brand switched to match with movies and television, sports, for people connected to the players and teams and famous actors or musicians, such as Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, and Michael Jackson. Then, the merger of real life and screen life, reality TV shows such as The Bachelor and Keeping Up with the Kardashians, these TV personalities led the way for what was to come with social media. The social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube rose, and everyone jumped at the chance to share their everyday life online. Many began to have followers on social media due to their popularity, but a new phenomenon quickly set in as a handful of regular people started accumulating large followings as well, due to their highly engaging content and close interactions with their followers. Compared to celebrities and even reality TV stars, influencers are more similar to us, so the consumers have access to infinite content on demand. Companies are veering away from just a future ambassador and putting all of their hopes on not just the character, but the masses through social media. Influencer marketing has become the hot new strategy for brands. 93% of marketers now practice influencer marketing. Doritos shows true power behind TikTok with the Super Bowl Cool Ranch dance featuring Lil Nas X with the hashtag challenge campaign and turned success from TV to TikTok. 80% of marketers found influencer marketing to be effective for their marketing goals. American Express works with Instagram to promote its Platinum card with Amex ambassadors. Target partners with a diverse group of social media stars to spread body positivity. Pottery Barn warms up with bloggers over the holiday season to generate festive, curated content. There'll still be the case for sponsorship of superstars like David Beckham, of course, but it's more than likely time for the next shift in the expansion of engaging with the general community. What will be the next stage in marketing strategies? Welcome back to Poem of the Week. This week's poem by Emily Dickinson. We never know how high we are till we are called to rise, and then if we are true to plan, our statures touch the skies. The heroism we recite would be a daily thing, did not ourselves the cubits warp for fear to be a king.
Welcome to Good News. Cycling Without Age is a nonprofit group started in Denmark in 2012 by two people who wanted the elderly to get back on bikes again. They made a two-person bench in front where the passengers could sit and enjoy the ride. It has since expanded into multiple cities around the world with over 2,500 chapters worldwide. Now, with relaxing COVID-19 restrictions, they have started taking elderly out in Scotland again, but they had Cycling Without Age since 2017 when the Scottish government immediately showed support for the nonprofit. In another story, a woman named Joy Milnes was discovered a couple years ago with a unique ability to smell Parkinson's disease on people. She could smell a musky, oily scent on her husband, and those with Parkinson's are known to excrete extra sebum along with other hormones and enzymes. Since then, researchers have worked hard to build devices that could pick up the disease through smells on the skin. Now, ACS Omega has created an e-nose that could someday be used in doctors' offices to detect Parkinson's disease in patients. But right now, it's still bulky and slow. They hope to one day develop something faster and more readily usable. Thanks for joining us for Good News.
Welcome back to Quote of the Week. This week by Malala Yousafzai. She is the world's youngest Nobel Prize laureate and second Pakistani to ever receive a Nobel Prize. I raise up my voice not so I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard.
This is Kim.
This is Tracy.
Hi, this is Sally.
This is Shane.
And thanks for watching
SmartFoxTV.
Stay
Stay foxy.